CNN has just released new footage of Floyd Mayweather leaving the country late last night after his home was raided by federal agents.
New reports are claiming that CNN has aired footage showing Floyd Mayweather leaving the United States late at night, shortly after federal authorities allegedly carried out a search at one of his homes. Interview 2. According to the claims circulating in the story, Homeland Security agents had searched Mayweather's residences in both Miami and Las Vegas the previous day. The reported searches were allegedly connected to accusations involving fraudulent business transactions and questionable deals. Interview 3.
Not bad for a high school dropout.
Workers, friends, and relatives were reportedly at the properties, but Floyd Mayweather Jr. was allegedly not there when authorities arrived. Reports claimed that federal agents had been trying to determine his whereabouts, which was supposedly one reason they went to investigate his Miami home. But despite the search, he was reportedly nowhere to be found. Interview 4.
Now I'm here to talk to the people about one of my jewelers. And it's not one of my new jewelers, one of my low-key jewelers, Tony, at Pasha in Manhattan Beach, California. You guys need to come check them out. Now today, let me show you guys what I purchased from Tony. Tony, matter of fact, I don't need to tell him, you tell him.
Got a little rose gold sky dweller, chocolate dial, 40 karat pear shape, 1 carat each, tennis bracelet, only for the best of the chat.
An anonymous source claimed that the search of Mayweather's residence was part of a broader investigation into alleged problems involving properties he had publicly discussed. According to this source, investigators supposedly recovered questionable paperwork and property ownership documents. The same person alleged that Mayweather was facing major debts, including substantial tax obligations, along with money allegedly owed to automobile businesses, jewelry sellers, and fashion companies. Interview 5. Further allegations claimed that expensive contracts and endorsement agreements had been entered into without all of the expected commitments being fulfilled. The unnamed source alleged that authorities were interested in property records and certificates supposedly connected to assets used as collateral. Agents reportedly expected to find Mayweather at his Miami residence, but when he was absent, they allegedly conducted an extensive search. Reports claimed that jewelry and important documents were removed from the home. Not long afterward, videos and reports began circulating suggesting that Mayweather had left the United States aboard his private jet. Interview 6.
Today, we got 2 different colors. Check it out. See the color down here? Look at the color up top. Time me to go to bed. Time me to go to bed. See you guys in the lane.
Questions then emerged over exactly where he was going. A post on Instagram appeared to indicate that Mayweather was heading for China. However, according to the claims in this story, investigators later determined through travel information that his destination was actually Dubai. That immediately attracted attention because Mayweather had reportedly been linked to controversy there around the same time the previous year. The former champion shared photographs from the airport and his private aircraft while discussing an overseas luxury trip and the money supposedly connected to it. The report alleged that the posts were intended to mislead both the public and investigators about his actual location. Interview 7.
So, y'all gotta know the difference between
a hack bag.
Mayweather's post reportedly placed him at the Great Wall of China in Beijing, describing the landmark as one of the places he had always wanted to visit. He said traveling with a group of 23 people had made the trip even more enjoyable, and claimed that he was being paid $3 million to spend several days there in luxury. He also emphasized his extravagant lifestyle and enormous financial success. But according to the allegations presented in the story, authorities believed he was actually in Dubai rather than China. One of the images also reportedly showed him carrying a large Birkin bag, a luxury item that can reportedly cost around $80,000 or more. Interview 8.
I think it may be getting real.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And you would figure his big homie Al Heyman would rectify it.
Al's a powerhouse. Al's that dude. Al should be able to rectify anything. He's a Harvard lawyer. He's smart. He got PBC.
Nobody could say for certain what the rest of his expensive clothing and accessories were worth. Still, the story argued that Mayweather frequently projects an image suggesting that money is never a problem for him. An unnamed former worker then reportedly provided additional claims about his location and why he had supposedly gone to Dubai. According to that person, Mayweather had unresolved issues involving Dubai from the previous year and may have returned to deal with those matters. The source also claimed that there were business commitments and legitimate brand arrangements requiring his attention. Interview 9.
Well, I think they may not want it. Some different countries be wanting different things. Think about it. How many times have, we've been involved with something and we go, nah, man, we just throw some paper at it. And I'm talking back in the days when we were doing our little 1-2s.
Correct.
And nah, they don't want to drop the case. You'd be like, I'll put the money up for the lawyer. I'll put the money up for the bail.
The former employee alleged that Mayweather had previously promised people in Dubai that he would organize or participate in a boxing event. According to the claim, money was paid with the expectation that he would help develop boxing in the region, but the arrangement allegedly did not proceed as planned. The source claimed Mayweather later declined to fight because he believed doing so could damage his image. The former worker also alleged that several financial disputes had accumulated in Dubai and that resolving them could take a long time. According to this account, his trip was partly an attempt to deal with those problems. The source further made allegations involving gambling losses and debt, although these claims were not independently verified. Interview 10.
Don't got no paper like that saved
that's
up.
A fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but me and you, we real. Yeah. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, he should be able to wire that.
Yeah, I think he could do that with no problem.
The same person claimed that Mayweather allegedly continued gambling until his spending exceeded what he had planned. According to the source, he was then allegedly allowed to continue with the expectation that the money would eventually be repaid, but he supposedly left without settling everything. The former worker insisted that the public should not assume Mayweather was completely free of trouble, claiming that his biggest success had been keeping certain matters out of public view. Recalling an earlier incident, the source said he remained close to someone who had worked with Mayweather for decades. After attempting to get information about what was happening, he claimed he eventually received word that Mayweather had been held in Dubai because of a financial dispute.
He made $1 billion plus. Floyd made a lot of money. And I don't really know Floyd's business, so I'm not going to speak on Floyd's business, but Floyd's very, very, as the world knows, he's money made, very flashy. Look, man, we both made some real money, but you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month, you ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes,
we
say we made $3 million, we burning through.
According to the former employee, the alleged dispute involved people trying to recover money connected to a transaction that had not been completed. The source stressed that the legal environment in Dubai could be very different from that in the United States and suggested the matter had the potential to become extremely serious. He even claimed that Mayweather had been prevented from leaving and did not have his passport with him, although he was reportedly staying in a highly luxurious hotel. The source then tried to connect those alleged past events to the reason Mayweather might have returned to Dubai.
Talk about different things that I'm doing. What I'm working on right now in New York City. I know you guys, if you guys haven't seen one of my buildings, is One Summit.
Yes.
It's one of the tallest commercial buildings in the world. So just in New York alone, I got 9 skyscrapers.
Yeah. What's the address of that building? I don't know that one by heart.
So what I'm working on, I want you guys.
Former worker argued that earning an enormous fortune does not guarantee that someone still has unlimited wealth if their spending is equally extreme. According to the source, Mayweather had made more than $1 billion during his career, but large expenses could still create serious financial problems. The employee claimed that simply having money might not solve every dispute Mayweather allegedly faced in Dubai. Reports in the story said he was eventually released and able to continue with his business activity, but the source claimed his problems in America had become even more serious. While he allegedly faced restrictions involving himself and his private aircraft in Dubai, a former worker claimed that financial investigations in the United States could potentially lead to action against some of his properties.
So, you know, my thing is this. I just like to, you know, bring you guys into my world, let you know that, you know, I'm not faking it. When I say I got certain things, it's not bragging or boasting. I'm just saying.
In another account, the former employee said the situation had recently become increasingly complicated, especially concerning accounts and real estate. According to the source, there was growing pressure to resolve outstanding payments, although Mayweather was allegedly trying to handle the circumstances. The report suggested that mounting debts may have contributed to his decision to sell some of his properties. It was claimed that the sales were intended to prevent authorities from eventually taking the assets. However, people associated with Mayweather gave a different explanation. Leonard Ellerby reportedly suggested that some of the properties had already been placed on the market as part of their own plans, saying they were prepared to sell regardless.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting.
A short time before these allegations gained wider attention, Mayweather had reportedly listed several properties for sale. At the time, many fans wondered why someone so strongly associated with wealth and financial success would choose to sell valuable real estate. Reports described him as controlling investments worth more than $250 million, including several luxurious mansions. Mayweather's public explanation was that he wanted to broaden his investment strategy and place money into different opportunities.
So, like any kind of bag and everything you can name, it's one of my closets. Always make sure it look like Nina's.
Reports surrounding his real estate interests also mentioned major skyscraper investment, with One Vanderbilt, the 93-story tower, described as one of the most notable assets connected to the claims. Mayweather maintained that selling properties did not mean he was simply cashing out. Instead, he said he planned to move capital into a more diverse collection of real estate investments. But the obvious question remained: what was truly behind this change? In an Instagram statement, Mayweather announced that his investment approach was evolving and said that years of hard work had enabled him to create lasting wealth for his family.
Showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong.
His message reportedly went on to say that he owned more than 24 mortgage-free homes throughout the United States. Mayweather explained that he was considering selling selected properties and using the proceeds to invest across a wider range of real estate categories. He said his strategy was changing over time and that he was searching for fresh business opportunities. According to his statement, the move represented a shift away from concentrating mainly on expensive luxury properties toward a broader range of investments. The report presented this as evidence of his attempt to adapt his business strategy to changing opportunities.
Come on, let me go.
The money man is back, you know?
You know what we do. The one and only Floyd Mayweather, CEO of Zeus Living. I want to say I appreciate you. You guys always do great business.
Thank
and
you.
of course,
You know,
If I'm the money man, they gotta have something for me.
Mayweather ended his message by encouraging interested buyers to contact his team about purchasing any of the available properties. Even so, speculation about possible financial problems continued. Similar rumors had appeared in the past, with some reports suggesting that financial considerations may have played a role in his decision to fight Conor McGregor in 2017. More recently, however, Mayweather appeared to challenge those claims by announcing a major real estate deal. Reports said he invested $42 million in an Upper Manhattan portfolio involving more than 60 buildings and over 1,000 units.
You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, I think, yeah. And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. This is what we do. Come on. You know what to do?
Mayweather previously spoke about how, when he was younger, he dreamed of owning just one home. He said hard work could allow people to achieve extraordinary goals. Only a month later, reports indicated that he had expanded further into the commercial real estate world. His spokesperson and Mark Karras, a managing member of 601W Companies, reportedly confirmed that the boxing legend had invested in one of the company's flagship portfolios. 601W was described as a major player in commercial real estate, with a portfolio reportedly worth around $10 billion and including 18 office buildings covering approximately 10 million square feet. The exact amount of Mayweather's investment was not disclosed, but reports suggested it could have been among his largest business deals. Then, as a new year began, another controversy involving his finances reportedly surfaced. Interview 9.
You only got something for it. That's easy. That's easy.
That's some zeros.
Is that alright?
It's not bad. It's starting. You know, we don't want to show them everything, but
Yeah.
it's up there.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Come on, man. You already know. Come on.
Y'all already know what they said. Oh, that ain't no real check.
Floyd Mayweather, widely regarded as one of boxing's richest stars after reportedly earning around $1.2 billion during his career, later faced public accusations of serious financial trouble. The controversy intensified after reports said employees at a Los Angeles gym associated with Mayweather had protested over allegations of unpaid wages. A report claimed that a company connected to his business operations was responsible for paying the workers. Staff members reportedly gathered outside the Highland Avenue facility, carrying signs and speaking through a microphone to draw attention to their complaints. They also alleged that the facility could potentially close, creating even greater financial difficulties for employees struggling to pay their own expenses.
Seven check. Come on, you already know. You know, we might be in the seven figures.
Seven figure check.
Okay.
Not bad. We working. So with that being said, I'm gonna continue to do business with Zeus. And fight night. Zeus gonna be at the fight, they're gonna be in the house.
One employee reportedly said there was simply no way to know whether Floyd was aware of what was happening. Another claimed that workers had been told they could not directly inform him that their studio was closing, even though he had allegedly visited the location only 2 weeks earlier. The employee said the workers felt they had been silenced. With fresh allegations now surrounding Mayweather, questions remain about what consequences his business organization could potentially face if the claims are proven. That's all for now. For more stories, major developments, and breaking moments from the world of boxing, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates. Until next time.